Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing? Sorry, एक second. There is some mic का feedback आ रहा है. क्यों आ रहा है feedback? अभी ठीक है? Okay. Hello, hello. How is everyone doing? Hello, hello. Welcome to the Friday night political therapy show, and it is 19th of December, 2025. Almost over. Year is almost over, guys. I don't know if it's a sign of getting older, but I have no idea where this year went. I genuinely don't. I don't know where it went. It just went away so fast. It's like only like yesterday that I fought an election, and now I'm here. Oh my God! This it happened in the same year. This year, how? How? It's weird. Uh, and hello. So today we are going to talk a lot about Parliament actually, because I thought, you know, I haven't done this in a while, but it's time to talk about why Parliament is important. So this is going to be like a very basic ass stream mostly, which is I think we have forgotten what Parliament is, why it's there, why it exists, why we need it as a society, as a democracy, whatever you want to call it, as human beings, as citizens, why do we need it? I thought it's a good time to talk about it because we just saw a very terrible, terrible winter session, the shortest in a while, which is 15 days, and it is not great. So we are going to review it a little bit. Other than that, we are going to chill. We are going to talk, of course, as usual. Yes. And I already see like people spamming something and retracting it immediately. I have no idea why, but okay. This session is less spicy than the one around Operation Sindoor. अरे spicy क्या चाहिए रे Mad Max? Like not everything has to be spicy, no? But like it was a bad session because they got rid of Manrega, if you remember. Yes, yes. The big atom bomb that was dropped on us was that bye bye Narega, bye bye biggest social welfare scheme ever, uh, which became an example for the world in labor rights and decentralization of power and giving more power to gram sabhas. Gone, gone. So yeah, spicy क्यों करना है? Spicy क्यों करना है? Do you all like the parliament's design? Evil Dead का अलग ही चल रहा है. Yes, triangle. It's a triangle. It's Illuminati now. Hello, Ace Man, and hello, Clarissa. This obsession with spicy is why I can't find edible chili oil in India. Oh, by the way, I must tell you, Clarissa, you should try that चिली ऑयल. अरे यार वो कौन है? रणवीर ब्रार उसका प्रमोशन करता है. वेट, we've been having it for a while. रुक जाओ. Important, guys, important. Chili oil is important in life. Chili oil. Let me see. Yes, Lao Gan Ma. No, it's not Ranveer Brar wala nahi hai. It's called Lao Gan Ma. Laoganma. Yes, it's called Lao Gan Ma spicy chili sauce. It's amazing. If you can get it, get it. Yes, yes, yes. नहीं, इनका कोई प्रमोशन नहीं करता रे. यश, ये इनका कोई प्रमोशन नहीं करता. ये this is a brand that just appears out of nowhere. It appeared in my life out of nowhere. So then now it's here. Your partner makes really tasty chili oil. Ooh, interesting. I like that. I also tried making it. It's very nice. Lao Gan Ma. Wait. Lao Gan Ma. Yeah. That's the name. Chings. Chings is bad. It's very bad. Nah, I don't like that one. So the labor law changes. Labor law changes, yes, but they didn't happen in this session. It happened earlier. But they implemented it. I remembered I did a stream on this earlier. Much later I remembered. But yes, a lot of people want me to discuss labor laws. I will do it. I will do it properly. I will do it as a bunch of thoughts because there is a lot to be done. We have already started work on it a little bit because there needs to be a larger, so it needs to be put in a larger context, I feel like. If you want to see bill briefs, etc., you will get a lot of videos on it. बट थोड़ा उसमें डीप जाना पड़ेगा फ्रेंड. Yes, we are discussing chili oil today to begin with. Important. 4 crore voters out of the list in UP. Automatic bull, you don't need to spam it. By the way, I can read it. I can. Please a video on Shanti Bill. Oh yeah, Shanti Bill also like is there. Okay, I'll just show you. We are going to watch something on Shanti Bill also today. I think Manish Tiwari's speech needs to be heard. This is the document we have prepared for the Parliament session. So we are not going to go through it entirely. We are going to go through a bit of it. What I'll do is I will also share this document with you guys after this stream is done. Or during the stream sometime after I am done with this, and then you can take a look at it. There are a lot of links. There's a lot of information. You can go through it if you want to do your own reading, if you want to watch your own speeches. बहुत कुछ है. There should be a system where citizens get to have a say on what issues are to be discussed. Oh my God, Radhika, यहाँ पे तो MPs को ही कुछ कहने नहीं देता. Like literally all the MPs, they have been complaining कि when they talk about something in the BSE Business Advisory Committee and they decide on something, they never bring in the things that are important. It's just always useless. They keep their cards close to the chest and then they bring it at the last moment. आएंगे उस पे बहुत कुछ बात करना है. Like I want to do like a meta commentary on the Parliament today, so we will do that. Do I have something about vote chori? What? In a new state? What? I don't know what that is. Your stream is the best to watch while eating food. Are nice. That's nice. I'm glad. Who all are having dinner? But dinner खा रहे होंगे तो type कैसे करोगे? No, don't type. It's okay. Eat your dinner आराम से. Do all the things. Have you confirmed the dates of the Nagpur show? They're not responding only. We are trying to find the venue. But mostly it will be end of January. End of January, Nagpur रहेगा and then उसके बाद कोलकाता रहेगा. Why BSE not live streamed? I ask this question a lot. Why are the committees not live streamed? I don't know. It should be. You're right. There's a lot to be done there. I had my dinner because you were late. Sorry guys, I was late today. I usually start at 9. Today I started at 10 because I had to go to the doctor. Because I am going tomorrow for my show. I have a show in Hyderabad. And I have a show in Chennai after that. So if you're in Hyderabad or if you're in Chennai, come for my show. Wait, दिखा देता हूँ. This is my show. You can come. The link is in the description. It is called How to Lose an Election. And it is the story of how I fought and lost an election this year in Delhi. Yes. So come. Wait, let me show you where it is. This is the two shows that are available now. One is tomorrow, which is... sorry. One is tomorrow, which is at 8:30 in Hyderabad. So it is at Aromale in... Where is this? Film Nagar. And then there is a Trinity Studio in Chennai where I'm doing it on the 21st and it is at 6 p.m. So if you're in either of these places, come. It's very fun. Trust me, it's very fun. I'll attend the show if it's the first week of February or later. Oh wow, okay. That's very specific. But again, venue जब मिलेगा तब आएंगे ना. Arnab का payment delay हो गया. Oh yes, okay. I want to show you this, guys. People have been talking about this a lot, which I wanted to show you. I was also stunned. Let's look at this. This is what Arnab is doing now. I don't know what happened to him.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask the Bharatiya Janata Party, the BJP, which is in power in New Delhi and in the state of Madhya Pradesh, whether they have forgotten the promises that they made to the people when they were elected. Look at these visuals tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This is the image some BJP leaders are trying to send of their new ideology. When
What
you
is
spend
this?
7 million rupees on 5 to 10 minutes of a firecracker display, When a BJP MLA says, yes, I spent 70 lakh rupees on firecrackers. There's a new trend among BJP leaders to display money, display connections, display celeb connections, have a celeb life.
How,
Fly
guys?
private
How?
jets all the time. Buy the
How is this happening? Initially, I thought this is fake. Please, someone tell me this is not fake. Because ये Republic Digital पे post किया है. I don't know if they aired it on TV or not. But what? What is happening? Like, इसको क्या हो गया?
most expensive cars, BJP leaders and leaders in BJP and BJP coalition governments own large and huge amounts of property. Ladies and gentlemen, while this is happening, I show you the other side tonight. The BJP must know that
Please tell me this is not AI? Is this AI? Like, seriously, I'm asking. It's very hard to believe this.
pregnant woman in Madhya Pradesh's Rewa district died in agony after being stranded near a flooded bridge for nearly 2 hours. There is a health crisis with 6 children with thalassemia who have been tested positive for HIV, which means they were given
What is this?
HIV-infected blood transfusions. I want to remind the BJP, in that case, never forget one thing. In issues like this, on an issue-by-issue basis, the people are the opposition.
What?
They must...
What was that? What is happening? What was that line? What is happening?
In issues like this, on an issue-by-issue basis, the people are the opposition. They must remember, I'm not drawing a comparison, but one of our neighboring countries, the super uber lifestyle of the Gen Z of the politicians in Nepal made people very angry.
Yeah, this is I don't know. कुछ तो problem हो गया है. I think he's upset about something. Maybe a big advertiser pulled out because I don't think he can do this. I just don't believe it. I don't think we should have any hope from Arnab. अभी point ऐसा आ गया ना friends कि ये सब देख के doubt आता है. What is happening behind the scenes? Why is he behaving like this? What is wrong with Arnab? Because actually what he's doing there is actually right. So what is right with Arnab is what we should ask. But it feels like कुछ तो गड़बड़ है दया. कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. Just saying, but the viewership of Republic has jumped quite a bit in the last 48 hours and people are tuning in to watch BJP bashing. Are you serious? Okay, I'm going to see. We are going to do a live check, okay? We're going to do a live check of what is happening on Republic. I don't believe this. I just don't. Has the whole channel turned? What is happening? Arnab hoga na abhi? हाँ है ना अभी. Open assault on Hindus in Dhaka. Of course. Why did I expect anything else?
You raise Sir Tansuda slogan everywhere, every part of your goal. Why Sir Tansuda slogan have been raised in Dargah? Why Sir Tansuda
Garbage.
Anti-India discourse.
Nah. That was a one-off. That was definitely a one-off. Let's see उनके videos. हाँ क्या क्या है ये? Epstein files कितने live चला रहे हैं ये लोग? Wow. And look, the viewership is not much. It's 2.1, 191. Yeah, okay. Arnab's videos. Two-Face same lobby. This is 3 weeks ago. Let's look at this. Open assault on Hindus in Dhaka, inside Dhaka stage, mass stabbing, Epstein files released live. Okay, let's watch.
Thank you, everybody, and I'm proud to be joined by my colleagues here.
Oh,
We've
wow.
had a
They're
task
releasing it
force
today.
focusing on this issue, and these members and some others are active and proud members of our task force. So, look, 27 days ago, every single senator sent Donald Trump a clear and simple message. Release the Epstein files. Congress passed a law, not a suggestion, not a request. The law requires DOJ to release the files by Friday, December 19th. In 3 days, President Trump has a choice. Follow the law or
Oh, okay. Correct. But like I was checking Republic. ED questions Jay Ambani, government breaks Grab 4 rules, protect Delhi's lungs. Oh, okay. Arnab's unsparing on India's AQI.
I don't know why Prime Minister Narendra Modi is not intervening on this. I'm sorry, but we're asking for leadership here. So we are in a national health emergency. The Prime Minister no less, must intervene in this matter because I've not heard a word. And I'm giving my first empty chair tonight to Bhupendra Yadav, Central Narendra Modi's Minister for Education. May I ask you,
Okay.
Pragya, where is the Union Minister for Environment? Where is the Union Environment Minister? The nation wants to know where he is tonight. The nation wants to know where the Union Minister of State for Environment is tonight.
Okay. We get it. Okay, I can't. It's Arnab after all. But good. Arnab is doing something. I don't know why. It's weird. Now he's talking about Hindus in Dhaka, so I think he's back to normal. पता नहीं क्या हो गया बीच में. क्या हो गया? Please do a bunch of thoughts on Epstein files. Why would I do a bunch of thoughts on Epstein files? There's enough American commentators who will talk about it. We will also cover it if we see something interesting, if it's related to India at least. But yeah, we'll talk about it. I don't think it needs a bunch of thoughts on it. Do you think parliamentary system be adopted from UK Westminster model wherein executive and legislature are fused? Actually, it's a bad practice as the former tends to capture the latter. I don't think it's a bad practice. It's a mutation of it. Right now, it's not working well. We'll talk about it. I need to give you like an overall sort of viewpoint of why we have a parliament at all first and how we are placed as a democracy. Or how the parliament is placed in this democracy, or how it makes a democracy. I mean, all of those things. Feeling very much hopeless today. Oh, okay. This is called Political Therapy Show. We're gonna talk about things. We are gonna try and process things. A lot of bad things, but we need to process them. If you're a news consumer, as I said, friends, I was telling my members earlier, my New Year's resolution is to be more mindful when consuming the news. I need to be very selective about what sort of garbage I let enter my brains now. I think, and I'm going to tell you my experience also. But it starts with less time on Twitter, less time on Instagram, more reading of news websites just directly. That's the beginning. And also being very mindful about what I'm going to consume. Being very mindful about what I let enter my brain. Do you know what I mean? The reason why I'm doing this is also for this, by the way. Guys, this is the Citizen Magnet Journal. Usme, I have done this thing where every month, every week, you have to write down which is the news item that affected you the most. And also, how did this affect you emotionally? So I'm going to actively do this. And I'm going to see what mattered and what didn't so that I can become better with news consumption. Because I don't want to feel hopeless, friend. Like someone was saying here. I'm done feeling hopeless. I do feel hopeless also, by the way. I fight through it. But at the same time, I'm also done. It's not a good feeling. I want to have some hope in life. I want to feel like I have some control over myself and my brain. And the algorithms are not the ones that are controlling me all the time. I just want to feel like that. So I want to try. That's my New Year's resolution. Do you guys have New Year's resolution? Oh, Noob Master got the Citizen Journal today. Who all got the journal? By the way, please say Citizen Magnerd in chat if you have gotten the journal. And if you want the journal, it is niche. The link is niche. Hope is a dangerous thing. Dialogue from a movie. Shawshank Redemption. Yeah, no. Hope is a good thing. Have you seen the Caravan RSS coverage? Oh, no, I haven't yet. Ash, I'll check it out. BJP hits new lows and we think maybe this time they will fall, but nothing. So I'm hopeful that their own people are turning on them. Like Arnab finally make them. Again, guys, please don't put your hopes on Arnab. Arnab is not going to turn. I'm a realist like that. अर्नब के बहुत सारे ties है, अर्नब के बहुत सारे relationships है. All the businesses that sponsor him probably they will not like it if he's critical. What's the Epstein file Modi connection? The files are not out yet, right? I think they're going to release today or something. We'll see. But I don't think there is any Modi connection. I doubt there is any Modi connection, honestly. Like everybody's been spreading rumors that, oh, Modi ji ko bahut takleef hone wala hai Epstein files ke baad. I don't know. I don't think so. I tried it, but not in the news sense. But my habits and what I consume, it got so out of hand, controlling things, and I'm in a disaster and sort of control. Okay, we're going to do it together. Don't worry. Huge fan. You're a total nerd. Please keep doing the great work. Thank you, Barka. Thank you so much. By the way, guys, I have done a detailed deep dive on Manrega, so which is up on my channel. I just put out a video in the morning. So if you want to know what is going on with Narega, I have done that entire video. I'm going to recap it a little bit today, but if you want to go deep into it, that video is there. So yeah, please go watch. मतलब अभी नहीं, बाद में देख लेना. अभी तो watch the live. Nitish has gone insane. Oh my god, guys, that clip, did you see? Holy shit only. No, I'm not going to show that clip, but he has gone a little senile. You're right. And it's kind of sad, no? Which is, like if you clearly see that a leader is not sane or they are doing bizarre things in public, I think something needs to be done. Because you need to be of sound mind to run a state. Or at least I would assume. There needs to be like a court intervention or, I don't know, like a doctor's committee which examines him. There needs to be a provision for this. I'm not sure if we have a provision for this, but we should. Because you can't be of unsound mind when you sign a contract also. How can you be a chief minister? Somehow political parties don't have succession planning like businesses. They don't. Well, kind of do, because dynasties are what sustain most parties in India. So, winter session was yes, correct definition. It was actually a disaster. Yeah. But speaking of succession planning in parties, dynasties are technically the ones that do the succession, right? That is why there are so many dynastic political parties. Weekend at Bernie Nitish. What is this? I don't get this reference. Weekend at Bernie Nitish matlab? Please see my previous message. Okay. Please see my previous message. Arey, Arm is just like, please see my previous message and making me scroll up and up. Okay, bhai, you were going to do a full video on Umar Khalid fiasco. When? Also watch Shashi Tharoor parliament speech on nuclear privatization. Yes, second, we are going to watch it. Umar Khalid fiasco, I am on it. I have been reading up on it, and we will do a video on this. Yes, I'm on it. Promise. I will do one. I'm also very interested in it, and it's a very convoluted thing. But yeah, I'm on it. My New Year resolution, same as last year, hit gym. Yes, that's a good resolution to have. Everyone should hit gym. I've crossed 35 now. I'm 36, and I'm getting closer to 40s. And 40s is when people die, or they start dying, I guess, for real. I think 30s is like that mid phase where you're like, maybe youth, maybe not. Now I have firmly crossed it, and now it is death territory. So congratulations to me. as depressing as it sounds, it's also very exciting because then I have short time left, so I have to do a lot of things in life. So then I have to do it with much more enthusiasm. I don't know. I'm extremely scared about thinking long term, guys, in case you don't know. Pluribus देखा नहीं मैंने last 4 episodes अभी तक. I'm saving it for a bit. Concentration of wealth is the reason for dynasty politics. No, it is succession, honestly. Like, see, if you're a political leader and you come up from, let's say you are someone like a Sharad Pawar. Okay, you started with agriculture, you were a union leader or something like that. Then you generate a cadre, then you fight elections, then you lose, then you fight elections again, then you make someone else lose, then you fight elections again. 15 साल or 20 साल, then you finally win. Then you see कि okay support बढ़ रहा है, so then you form a political party. Now 25 years, then you start basically expanding the political party. Then 5-10 more years, when you probably become a minister or a chief minister, or you get to a position of power, party expands a little bit more, cadre builds up, and then you're old. Because people get old, because in your 60s or 70s is when you will then hope ki अरे भाई chief minister बना दो कोई तो भी. That's a bad idea. So then what you do is that, okay, I think I'm going to give my children a leg up. So then you hand over your cadre to your child. So then the child is the one who gets into politics again, but they have a ready-made cadre. They have experience. It's like they have like a college inside their house which will intrinsically teach them how to do politics. And then they get in, and then they fight elections, and then it's faster. So then a younger person then becomes maybe more powerful, and then the party grows further. That's how dynasties work. Because the patriarch of the family or the one who started the party will always be like, अरे भाई इतना मेहनत किया किसके लिए किया? बच्चों के लिए किया. Bill Gates is cooked. अच्छा, Epstein files आ गया क्या, friends? It's unlikely that anyone will be able to save enough for retirement in this privatized hellscape. Might as well enjoy your 40s, then plan for the future. Yeah, but I need to survive when I'm old, no? Yeah, I'm very, see, that's why I'm scared about planning long term. बिल गेट्स की फोटो आई है कुछ तो, ओके. दिल्ली इलेक्शंस वेर रिग्ड, ओके. Most accurate dynastic polity definition yet. Thank you, nuanced critical thinker. Coming from you, it means a lot. Have you heard engineers in Pune bought a flat and ran hydroponic setup to grow weed and were selling it in Pune? What? I mean, I'm not surprised, but cool. Good on them. Entrepreneurship. They're entrepreneurs. Just illegal, but entrepreneurs. Jugaad. That's what we promote here. Scam center chalao. It's your 24th birthday. Hey, intellectual dogs. Happy birthday, man. Is there a girl boss to politician pipeline in India? Do we have examples other than Mahua Moitra Raman? Jayalalitha, Mayawati. Of course, like there are many examples like that. Indira Gandhi. Duh. Sonia Gandhi. काफी examples है. Noam Chomsky's photo has come out. Okay. Sorry, chat. पहले थोड़ा सा diversion because want to see this now. House cancels Friday vote. क्या हो रहा है? नहीं निकला है कुछ. अभी तक तो कुछ नहीं आया है. नहीं लग रहा है. It's okay. We'll cover it later. I mean, होता रहेगा वो. अच्छा, we will start with Parliament now, friends. Friends, are you ready to talk about parliament? एक second. Women in business and corporate jobs. Okay. Women in business and corporate jobs. Chanda Kochar. No, but she turned out to be a fraud. That's a very interesting question. Why can't I think of any? Chat, help me out here. Indra Nuri. Indra Nuri. I know you're busy with your shows, but you said you will go to the Yamuna Ghat. I know, I did. Now looking at the pollution, I'm scared to get out. I should go. I will go. After I come back from my shows in January, let's do that. Let's check out the one Yamuna Ghat, what happened to it. Kiran Muzumdar Shaw is one more example. Sure. Do you have any hope from India considering the indoctrination being done by BJP RSS? Oh, absolutely I do. Again, see, like, I like to think long term about society whenever it comes to like questions about what is happening now versus where are we going as a country, all those sort of giant questions. I think it's always helps to zoom out a little bit. I do think that the collapse will happen of the BJP party. Jo bhi hai abhi, whatever form it is, it will collapse because that is what naturally happens. You can already see it happening. Now, Modi is not going to live forever. And then like some other ideologies will take over. Realities change. Maybe AI will take over. Who knows? 2027 is supposed to be the year of the AI. If you haven't seen already, there are many meta trends that might affect everything. So you never know what happens in the future. And I would like to think that it will be a little hopeful. I do like to think that. I'm generally hopeful except when I look at climate projections. Oh yes, true. Let us say I would agree with you on that. But at the same time, I think we will survive. I think we will figure that shit out. It's too late. I hear myself say that and there is a voice in my head saying it's too late. Anyway, we are talking about another dying institution, which is the parliament. Let's begin. Okay. First things first, should we start from the beginning, chat? Let's start from the origins of humankind. No. Chat, tell me, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you understand parliament? 1 being not at all, and 10 being I'm a legit expert. I might even be there. I'm an MP, basically. And I know exactly how it works. Legally, everything. I know everything about parliament. That is 10. Radhika is an 8. Jyoti is a 0. Okay. 1, 5, 4. 6 or 4. Okay. 3, 4, 6. Okay. Vicky is 20. Okay. Very. I like confident people. 0, 3, -1. Okay. So there are people who do not understand it. There are people who understand it partially. Okay. You've seen my videos, sure. So then you are probably a 5 then? 5. Okay. Sunny is a 5. All right. Okay. So I mean, just like looking at this, I would say our average score is like 3 or 4. I don't know, because that's a legit score. Since there are a lot of people who are zeros and -1s and 1s here and 2s here, let me explain certain things to you. Okay. First is, why do we have a parliament? Let's start from there. Why not? Look, in a human society, in the one thing that we have and the one thing this society functions is cooperation. It's friendships and cooperations and connections that run human society right now. Civilization as we know it, okay? For that to run, we need some protocols in there. Laws, rules, how people should behave, general understanding also of each other's needs, wants, networks, communities who come together and they behave a certain way, right? So, if you want to cooperate, you need a protocol. That is essentially what laws are supposed to do. Now, the thing is, we have to build a bridge. We have to sometimes build an atomic nuclear power plant. We have to do giant things. And one person can't do it. So that's why we need to cooperate and then coalesce around that. Laws do that also. So the only way we can build giant things and survive as a society and, I don't know, lay sewage in under our cities and build roads and do a lot of things is because of laws and policies and our protocols, right? So far, so good. Now, in our society, wonderfully, who decides? What are the laws and rules and protocols? The people who decide are called the government. They are the people who have been elected to be in power. The way this works, again, is democracy, which is we all vote. Hopefully, Gyanesh allows that vote to go in the right place, allegedly. Then we elect leaders. Now, representatives, not leaders, representatives who go to forums like the parliament, right? Parliament mein debate, discussion is supposed to happen. That is ideal universe. Representative goes to parliament and becomes your megaphone. Think of your MP as a megaphone. We all have microphones and we are talking into it, and then the MP is filtering out the voice and then blurting it out in a forum like parliament so that your voice gets heard. That is the literal job of a representative. Okay. Now, if enough representatives come together and they form a majority in parliament, then they make a government. That is how elected people become a part of the government. Then they tell the executives to do things, and judiciary keeps a check on it. That's the large picture. Are you with me so far? Are you with me so far? I did a very big TLDR of our democracy, okay? If you're with me so far, please say I. I want to take a break from politics and news and social media for a while. Is it fine, or am I running away? Maybe like a month? I'll come to that. Okay. So you have class 7 civics with Meghnood was not on my bucket list. Yes, this is that stream where you have to understand. Okay, so far you are with me. Okay, so now the government is there, and then people are elected. Now, the people who are in power, they will be the ones who will be like, okay, I'm listening to you, MP. I'm listening to your representative. Representatives are saying things. And the government is considering it. Oh, okay, so this is a problem. That is a problem. This is a problem in that particular area. This is a problem in this state. That is something that we need to do. And then they make policies. They make laws and policies around that. Now, there is another sort of tangent you need to understand how a policy is made. Because this is all related to what I'm going to tell you today. A policy is essentially, there is a problem, right? For example, how can I put it? People are unemployed. People are unemployed. Then there is a government who sees it's a problem because a lot of MPs are talking about it. Then they're like, okay, we are going to make a policy around this. We are going to figure this out. We are going to find a solution for this. Then they come up with a wonderful scheme called NREGA. National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. The way they come up with this is not like they will just think it up one day and they will come up with it. Here is how policy is made. They will look at a problem, then they will assign this problem to a particular bunch of people. They can be bureaucrats, they can be think tanks, they can be activists, they can be stakeholders. Now, what stakeholders are those people who are actually facing the problem. So then they take a look at that problem, they understand the problem first, and then try to come up with solutions. So in this case, it will be like, okay, so there is a lot of unemployment, a lot of labor gets exploited by landlords. What do? We need to guarantee at least 100 days of work on behalf of the government. Okay, that is a solution. To come up with this solution, there is a consultation process that needs to happen, which means they will talk to stakeholders. They will go across the country and try to figure out, okay, यहाँ पे ये problem है, वहाँ पे वो problem है, but these two problems are very different but also similar. बहुत nuance आता है, बहुत complicated है, okay? But then finally, they come up with a law. It's not that easy. They come up with a proper law and then they put it out in public. A draft is put out in public so that the stakeholders who they talk to about the problem, they read the law, or people of that group read the law, and then they suggest more changes. With me so far, chat? Once they suggest the changes, that is when the parliament or the ministry that is in charge, they will look at it and will like, okay, so this is all the feedback we have. Now we are going to make some changes in the law. Then they put out a second draft, probably, or not. Or they put it out in parliament. They introduce in parliament. Okay. The introduction is important. What happens is that once this whole consultation process is over, they put it in parliament, they introduce it. What that means is that now this bill which is going to soon become a law, or should become a law, is now the property of us as people, citizens. Once it's laid in parliament, it belongs to us. We own it. Okay. Now, once that is done, time is given, hopefully. Okay. So now then, the parliament has two choices. One is they send it to a committee. Now, committee is a smaller mini version of parliament which has representatives from all over the parties, all parties. They look at this bill even more deeply. They call these stakeholders again. They talk to all these experts who have also come up with the bill, who also understand it better, or people who are not agreeing with the current form of the bill. Then the committee will generate a report, and then they will be the ones who will also suggest amendments. Now, those amendments would also come into parliament. So now there is the law that we own, the draft law, the introduced law, and then there is a committee report. Now the government can bring out another version, or they can amend this law to make it like in sync. Then they let the parliament look at it. The parliament looks at it, every MP forms their opinion, and then speeching happens. So then consideration and passing begins. Now consideration and passing is a period when MPs get to talk about the law. Yeah? So they talk about it. They talk about all the problems. They bring everything together and then give their opinion on it, and probably even suggest even more amendments. Okay, this is a law, but I don't agree with this part, so I will suggest another amendment. Then the government is free to even take that amendment, then make changes in the law, and then it is voted upon. Then everybody votes on it, passed in one house, which is, let's say, Lok Sabha. Then it's transmitted to the other house, the Rajya Sabha. Then Rajya Sabha mein same process repeats. Then it is passed by Rajya Sabha. Then it goes to the president. Then the assent is given. But after the assent, the bureaucracy is the one who notifies the law. Which means, oh, okay, so you have passed the law, dear parliament, all the representatives. But now we will announce the date when this law is applicable. So it's not like the law gets passed and then it's like immediately starting. No, because then the bureaucrats have to figure out a lot of other things. Okay, wait. Before I get here, do you understand so far? Chat. If you do, please say hi. What's the need to have two houses? I'll come to that. Labor code laws were passed but not notified. Yes, now they have been notified. May or may not, okay. We have a parliament because, okay, hi, okay, a bunch of people do. Rather long process. Yes, it is important. Sofa King has a good observation here. It is a long process. It is supposed to be a long process, friend. It is not a soap factory. We are not creating a product here. We are talking about rules that run society. and how it affects every person in that society. And I mean, of course, it's impossible to find out what every person wants and needs and then make the law according to that. There will always be people who will be left out, or they might not be 100% satisfied. But what the idea is that by doing this entire process of law making, policy making, stakeholder consulting, etc., we have to come close to generalizing the law, which is applicable to everyone. Well, so like we're like 70% there, because then after that also there can be changes made to it. It's not over after the law is passed. The government literally can start pilot projects. They can implement the law, see how it's impacting people. Then they can be like, oh, wait, okay, there is a problem here. Come back to parliament and amend that same law and go through the entire process again. Yes, they can do that. Sorry, guys, AQI. Oh my God. So it is supposed to take that long. The longer it takes, the better the bill is. Did the G Ram G bill got passed in Rajya Sabha? Yes, it is. It's passed. Why can't they just have public poll in every decision? Kind of simple it seems. No. Rehan, no, that's not how it works. Again, let me explain this again, okay? Rehan, remember that stakeholder consulting part I was talking about, where, you know, like they were going around talking to people who have a problem, which is they don't have employment. Every person will be interviewed. It cannot be a yes or no survey question here. Everyone needs to be interviewed, and there will be different sort of learnings that come out of it. For example, let me give you an example, okay? With Manrega, there is this one big thing that came out later, that it is increasing women's participation in the labor force. You know why? Because when women in rural areas go out to work, let's say they are building a road, or they are working on irrigation projects, or whatever it is considered a more respectable place to work rather than private company. So patriarchy, thank you patriarchy, I guess, allows women to work with Manrega more because it is sarkari kaam. And there is a guarantee. These sort of insights do not come out from surveys. These sort of insights only come out when you do actual stakeholder studies, when you go on the ground and there are people who are actually looking at all of these issues, looking at all of these laws being implemented on a particular area, do pilot projects. That is when these learnings come out, so that the laws can be changed. Have you heard engineers in Pune bought a flat and run hydroponic? Arey yaar, millennial mind. Do you not understand what is happening right now? Please stop. The longer the better. I have heard these words before. A long process allows stakeholders to air their grievances and agreements, like the farm laws. They tried to expedite the process and they fell into trouble. Yes. Okay, Ash. Okay, so we are here so far. Now, the next step that happens is the implementation, right? The implementation is usually done by bureaucrats. I mean, always done by bureaucrats. These bureaucrats are directed by an elected government. So, Prime Minister, Minister, everyone is giving directions to these bureaucrats, and they are supposed to come up with rules, further rules under the same law, which will make it implementable. So they are the ones who will come up with forms. How will people access this, let's say, scheme, Manrega? They will be the ones to come up with job cards. What will they look like? What will be printed on it? How will the whole system work? And then there is like this whole documentation that needs to be done after that, under these rules, where all these bureaucrats are like constantly like, okay, implement karna hai, this is another problem, that is another problem, let's figure this out, let's figure that out. Karake, then they implement the law. And this is a giant process. This happens. Majorly, bahut problem hota hai kabhi kabhi, but still, in an ideal scenario, this works. In an ideal scenario. Now, where does the judiciary come in? Judiciary comes in where judiciary can keep monitoring what is going on, which is like, oh, they're saying that, okay, so this law is working this way. Now, let's say Manrega is implemented, but the people there, let's say a village or a gram panchayat, is not getting any work done or payment is not happening. So the laborers can then go to the court. The court will be like, okay, we looked at this, we looked at the policy, and then give a decision. So the court is supposed to monitor it through the people and also themselves. And that is how our democracy works. Okay? You're with me so far? Now, look at this. Sorry to burst your bubble, but किधर गया रे? गायब हो गया. सॉरी, मैं कुछ दिखाने वाला था. ओ, मिल गया. Okay. So, having said all of this, let's take a problem like pollution in India. Abhi. India, I'm talking about India, not just Delhi. Delhi though is terrible. It is like the capital, so it has the most pollution. But places like Lucknow, even Dehradun. One of our nerd friends was sharing AQI from Dehradun. Kitna AQI re? Acha, let's do this test. Chat, what is the AQI in the current place that you are? Just let's see. मैं भी check करता है. Wait. सूरत का 200 प्लस है. 650. Someone is asking, are you married? Yes. 15. Oh. 81. Wow. Nice. Must be nice. Patna is 140. Okay. Thailand is 62. Hello, Leroy. 176. Vizag is 286. What? गुड़गांव का तो बात ही नहीं करना चाहिए ना. दिल्ली, श्रीनगर is, wait, 300? Are you serious? Wow. Okay, Surat is insane also. Hyderabad is 104. Oh, I'm coming to Hyderabad tomorrow, friends. Good to see that थोड़ा तो breathe करने मिलेगा, I guess. बहुत लोग हैं सूरत से यहाँ पे तो. वाओ. पटियाला इज 400. लखनऊ इज 393. मेरा देखो हालत 625. लवली. आई विन. Bangalore is 157. 157? Okay, that's bad. How much is it in Chennai right now? अरे, are you married क्यों पूछ रहे हो? हाँ, I'm married, yes. I've been married for, wait, अभी तो anniversary हुआ. 7 years now. 217 Bhubaneswar. Okay. Now that you see the AQI, here is how Parliament is supposed to function again. Now, all of you have a problem, right, chat? It seems like a problem. It's a very legit problem. मेरा गला खराब है. I went to a doctor today. And I was like, listen, I think this is bad. For 2 weeks, I've been having like a lot of cough and it's terrible. And he did chest x-ray and everything because meri phat gayi thi. Because someone I know, unfortunately, 2 days ago passed away, was in his 50s. And they were coughing for two weeks and then they're gone. Not here. In Kolkata. So it's bad. So I freaked out a little bit. I went to the doctor. Now the doctor is like, acha. So did a bunch of checks. Turns out I'm allergic to pollutants. Funny. He also laughed. And I was like, sir, kya kare? He's like, stop breathing. That's the only solution. That's the freaking only solution to this problem, which is stop breathing. So I'm like, wonderful, sir, good advice. And then he gave me a bunch of medicines, and I'm like, okay. So this is not going. Another weird advice he gave me: chat. Don't cut your nose hair and don't pick your nose. I'm like, really? It's like, yeah. I mean, it will at least block the pollutants a little bit. I'm like, bro. Anyway, my doctor is now fatalistic. He's like, okay, कुछ नहीं कर सकते. कुछ नहीं कर सकते. Yes, I know it's good advice. I didn't think of it, but it is good advice. So, it's a problem, friends. It's a problem. I realize it's a problem. And the one thing that you expect from your representatives is that they would go to this forum called Parliament and they would raise this. Right? At least we know it's a problem, so they should discuss the problem and come up with solutions because that is their literal job. The way I described it. We are stakeholders, all of us who are suffering from this shit. Now, they know we are stakeholders. They know we have a problem. We have been talking about it. It's not like they're unaware. They also have the same problems. They should go to Parliament and express those. Now, here is something that happened in this session itself, which is no direct link between air pollution and lung disease. This is what our minister is responding. This is Kirti Vardhan Singh, who told Rajya Sabha on Thursday. Mr. Singh was responding to a question from BJP parliamentarian Lakshmikant Bajpai, who has a degree in Ayurveda, important to note. He sought to know if the government was aware of studies, medical tests that linked prolonged hazardous AQI levels in Delhi National Capital region to lung fibrosis and an irreversible reduction in lung capacity. He also wanted to know if lung elasticity of citizens has reduced by half compared to that of residents of cities with good AQI level. There was a study done on this. My lung capacity has been reduced to half. I'm not going to live for long, guys. Just letting you know. And if the government has any solution to save Delhi residents from pulmonary fibrosis, COPD, what is this? Emphysema, reduced lung function and continuously declining lung elasticity. And the minister gave one sentence response. There is an absence of direct correlation apparently. In response to the related question, Rajdeep Surjewala, he said that no conclusive data existed to establish. Wait, क्या है ये? Oh, in a response related to a related question from Congress MP Surjewala, Mr. Singh reiterated, as he did in earlier weeks, that no conclusive data existed to establish a direct correlation of death exclusively by air pollution and that health effects from air pollution were a synergistic manifestation of food habits, occupational habits, socio-economic status, medical history, immunity and heredity. Lol. Minister elaborately explained the steps taken by government to address air pollution. Establishment of Commission of Air Quality Management, thank you for that, in 2020, how it issues 95 statutory directions to abate air pollution in the region. On Wednesday, Supreme Court termed CAQM's actions as a total failure. Anyway, so this is how Parliament functions. In short, friends, which is this MPs know it's a problem, so they asked a question to the government. What are you doing about it? The minister responded that lung disease and air pollution have no direct correlation. This is not how a parliament is supposed to function, technically. But at least they're answering and giving stupid answers. Now, the second way to deal with this is I'll show you. चलते हैं हम शेयर करते हैं थोड़ा सा लोकसभा की वेबसाइट का. Friends, I introduce you to the best website in the universe called sansad.in/ls. Look at this. This is where the session ended today. This is the list of business. This is what they were supposed to discuss. ये क्या है? ये वाला नहीं, रुक जाओ, ये वाला देखो, लिस्ट ऑफ बिजनेस कल का. Where did it go? What? Did they change this? No, they can't change this. There'll be a revised list of business, I guess. Yeah. Okay. This is the bill. This is the list of business from yesterday. They were supposed to start a discussion on air pollution in Delhi National Capital Region. Look who was speaking. Priyanka Gandhi was going to open. Kani Modi was going to follow. Then Basuri Swaraj was going to swoop in and give the BJP's side of things. We were all very excited because we were like, okay, finally, our MPs are going to talk about this. The government is going to respond to this. We will finally know what the government is actually doing instead of saying that there is no correlation between lung health and AQI or whatever response they want to give. Guess what happened today? So yesterday they passed the G bill. Today we were expecting that they will start this discussion. Today was the last day of the session. Look at this. This is how it started at 11. पूरा देखो, ये पूरा देखो, 2 मिनट का क्लिप है, ज्यादा नहीं चला.
माननीय सदस्यगण, अब हम 18वीं लोकसभा के 6ठे सत्र की समाप्ति की ओर आ गए हैं. इस सत्र में हमने 15 बैठकें की. आप सभी के सहयोग से इस सत्र में सभा की उत्पादकता 111% रही.
111%.
देर रात्रि तक बैठकर सदन चलाने में सहयोग किया, इसके लिए मैं आपका धन्यवाद देता हूं. माननीय सदस्य, अब हम वंदे मातरम की धुन पर अपने स्थान पर खड़े हो जाएं.
मोदी जी आए थे. He graced us. Yes, most of it is this. Then हो गया. ओके, 1 मिनट तो यही था.
सभा की कार्रवाई अनिश्चित काल के लिए स्थगित की जाती है.
सभा की कार्रवाई अनिश्चित काल के लिए स्थगित की जाती है. 11:02. They adjourned the parliament today for no reason, for 0 reasons. Modi ji came for 2 minutes. They adjourned the parliament. That's it. That's it. Yeah. Remember what I showed you? They were supposed to discuss this. And they did that. Then, by the way, friends, when people were like, want to talk about pollution, look what Kiren Rijiju said. Kiren Rijiju said, on conclusion of the winter session of parliament, मैं play नहीं कर रहा है ANI मैं ये play नहीं कर रहा है, मैं बस पढ़ रहा है. On the conclusion of the winter session of the parliament today, Kiren Rijiju says, we wanted a discussion on pollution. The opposition had requested it, but the Congress then said that pollution is not important and created ruckus. किधर है बे? What is the ruckus? What was the ruckus?
अनिश्चित काल के लिए स्थगित की जाती है.
Everybody was just like waiting.
समाप्ति की ओर आ गए हैं.
He's the one who declared it.
हमने 15 बैठकें की. आप सभी.
What is this nonsense? Rijiju lied. This one regret remains. We were ready for a full day discussion on pollution. The Congress party, by further instigating and provoking other parties, created chaos and disruption by storming the well of the house again. Where is it? Where is the freaking storming the well? What is he talking about? Kiren Rijiju, you liar. And also, it's so blatant. Does he think that we can't see? It was live streamed. Are you freaking kidding me? Good God, guys. Atharva is saying even he lasts longer than this. AQI. Anyway. Now here is what you need to understand, friends. You must be wondering, why is this happening? Why? Why? How does this happen? Why is this happening? The reason, I will show you the reason. First reason is this one. Yeah. He's the reason. First reason. Speaker. Speaker is the overlord of the parliament. Essentially, he's the one who is supposed to make it function. He's the one who decides कि finally क्या discuss होता है, किधर होता है, all the things. So first is him. Second is the government. Parliamentary Affairs Minister, all these people who are supposed to, like make these discussions run, parliament run. Second reason why this is happening. Third reason is because we don't watch it. Because people don't create enough outrage about this shit. This needs to be outraged on. This whole process that you just saw, what I just explained for the last 40 minutes, बात करना पड़ेगा friends. थोड़ा सा बात करना पड़ेगा इसके बारे में. थोड़ा सा अवेयरनेस रखना पड़ेगा अनफॉर्चुनेटली, क्योंकि ये लोग फिर मजाक उड़ा रहे हैं हमारा. They want to avoid public. It is all over the name East India Company. Okay, yes, avoiding public. Let's talk about that now. Om Birla is the worst speaker till date. I have seen bad, but yeah, I think I would agree with you there. Kiran Rijiju might go to China and go back to... wow, ace man. क्यों रे? क्यों? क्या जरूरत थी ये करने की? Rachit is saying, Sawyer, finances from my neta. You need to save better. Thanks, Rachit. I want to take a break from politics and news and social media for a while. It is fine, or am I running away? अच्छा, intellectual talks का वो देख लिया था मैंने. मैं बाद में बताता हूँ intellectual talks. We'll talk about it. You can go to the beginning of the stream. I spoke about mindfulness in news, etc. But abhi parliament. Understand something, friends. Parliament is a forum that needs to function in order for our issues to be raised there. The reason why I told you that whole Ramayan ki katha before is because I want you to understand the purpose of this institution. Before you understand why what happened, what you just saw is really bad. First is, this session was supposed to work for 15 days. 15 days only. I'll show you why it's only. Ye dekho. This is the annual sitting days. Chat, just dimag mein socho, how many days do you work? Like, how many work days do you have? Just off the top of your head, या फिर if you can calculate right now. How many days do you work? Because in parliament, this is the first one, which is the first parliament, 1950s mein. 135 days it functioned for. In a year, total. Then 116, 117, 123. Then 105, 110. This is 5th, 7th, 9th, 11th, 13th. Do you see the graph? It's going down. 78, 82, 66. This is Modi ji aa gaya yahan pe. 66, 71, 66, 55. This is last one. Last one functioned for 55 days in a year. This year it's even worse. 180 days, 200 days, 365. No, you don't work for 365, please. 300 days in a year. That sounds reasonable. 300, yeah. 200, okay. How long will they give lying and fooling? Okay. 365, Saturday, Sunday, 104, 261 minus national holidays, casual holidays. 211. Okay, 250. Let's say 280 days. I would say 280 actually. So yeah, so basically, compared to that, our parliament currently is functioning on an average of 55 to 60 days. Imagine. This year has been the worst. This was the shortest session in history. Shortest winter session in history. 15 days. Because 15 दिन में क्या ही करते? 15 दिन में क्या ही कर सकते हो तुम? 15 working days. And that's a problem because what happened in this session is actually quite interesting when you think about it strategy wise. Great for the BJP, great for all the Bhaktards, great for all the Modi supporters because they hate talking about problems. And that is what was reflective in our parliament this session. First thing that happened, they opened and then they were just for a week, they were just discussing कि discuss क्या करना है. As if they don't know what the problem is. As if they don't literally do it in Delhi every day. ठीक है, पहले वो डिस्कस कर रहे थे, फिर रिजेक्ट कर रहे थे. ऑपोजिशन वाज रेजिंग ऑल द इश्यूज फ्रॉम डे वन कि ओ ये डिस्कस करना है, वो डिस्कस करना है, ये करना है, वो करना है. Then they finally came to the conclusion that okay, we are going to discuss two things. First is, oh, you want to discuss SIR? Opposition, we will not let you discuss SIR. We have to discuss electoral reforms. But before we start discussing electoral reforms, we have to discuss 150 years of Vande Mataram, where Modi ji will give a lecture and read a Wikipedia page for 1.5 hours in both houses. So 3 hours total. Second week began with Vande Mataram. So they started with Vande Mataram. बहुत कुछ बात किया. But the favorite thing from Vande Mataram, let me show you, is this one.
Tell us about how they are the true upholders of Vande Mataram. So let me, as a true Bengali, as a proud Bengali, speak for 10 koti Bengalis today, who you call Bangladeshis, who you call Rohingyas. You harass us on the streets, in colonies. You throw us out when we are pregnant across the border. I'm going to dissect the song stanza by stanza and demonstrate how you are butchering both the spirit and the soul of Vande Mataram far more than any 1937 resolution ever did. Sujalang Supalang Balayaja Shitalang Shushamlang Mataram. What do we have here? What have you done on your watch? Sujalang, beautiful abundant water. Over 70% of India's surface water is undrinkable today. India ranks 120 out of 122 countries in the Water Quality Index. 21 major cities, including Delhi and Bangalore, are expected to deplete their groundwater reserves by 2030. And yet, in the face of this data, the government is cutting the Jal Jeevan Mission money to all the states. Bengal itself is owed 3,000 crores in Jal Jeevan Mission money.
Sorry, just have to say, this is precisely what I would have suggested if I was like working with an MP. For those of you who don't know me, sorry, you must be at this point wondering कि तू है कौन? I don't know, maybe 1 hour 18 minutes into the stream, I should also like tell you why I'm talking about Parliament so much. I used to work with people like her. In 2011, when I came to Delhi, I was working in Parliament for 7 years. I was working with people like Mahua Moitra and other MPs. I was a LAMP fellow and I was a chief of staff after that. I was working in the research team. I used to write speeches for MPs. And when I was thinking, what is the speech that I would have thought about if you know, like this was happening, 150 years of Vande Mataram. And this is exactly what I was thinking of, which is like, take Vande Mataram, translate it literally, and then apply it to the current situation and see what we get out of it. That's what this woman did. Appreciate. Which party people? Many party people. Started with NCP. Then I went to SDF, which is Sikkim Democratic Front. Then I went to TMC for a bit. Yeah, TMC. Then थोड़ी देर के लिए आम आदमी पार्टी, campaign work, some little bit. Then I went to work with BJD, Biju Janata Dal. Then that's it. Yeah, but Biju Janata Dal में I was helping multiple MPs, etc. उसके बाद भी कुछ ये के लिए काम किया है. I can't talk about that one because that was consulting gigs that I did for a few years after that. That is client privilege, so वो नहीं बात कर सकता मैं. But no national parties. That I can tell you. No national parties. They were all regional, and I usually worked with MPs who were, well, small MPs.
This is what you are doing for Shujalang. Malayaja Shitalang, the cool, fresh air. This is a joke. The AQI in the national capital today is between 800 and 1,000 routinely. Our children are choking. The elderly are dying. You know what the centre has done? The centre has exempted 78% of thermal power plants from installing key anti-polluting systems. The Environment Ministry has
This
spent
is the
less
part.
than 1% of its 858 crore pollution fund in 24-25. Fossil fuel-driven pollution claims 1.72 million lives in India.
Yep.
And premature mortality due to outdoor air pollution costs India $339 billion US dollars. That's 9.5% of our GDP. That's what we are doing for Malayaja Shitala.
9.5% of our GDP. Did you hear that? It's mad. Anyway, 150 years of Vande Mataram. I thought this was a very standout speech. If you can, please watch the whole speech. I think it is a very, very good speech, according to me. Mahua Moitra, I think, is a very good speaker in general. I do watch most of her speeches because she comes very well researched, and I think she writes her own speeches as well. And she comes up with very good ideas to convey the message correctly. Like, she uses the BJP's, whatever they are doing, and then twists it and puts in her points, which I really like. It's very clever. Yes. Ever since watching that Jindal dance video, I find her. अरे यार ये क्या तू जिंदल के dance video पे मत judge करना. Look at what she's saying, please. Oh yeah, I also saw that video. Sorry guys, now that we're talking about it, did you guys see that video of Mahua Moitra, Supriya Sule, and Kangana Ranaut dancing together, lockstep, संगीत कर रहे थे? I have a very different opinion. I think more of that should happen, and more of us should see it. Yes, we should. Because think about it. All these people from three parties are dancing together, attending shadis, getting along, friends, while their supporters are fighting each other. More people should be shown dancing. More people should be shown chilling across party lines. Because BJP doesn't want that. BJP doesn't want you to see that these three women from three different parties are dancing together and having fun. Because BJP is like, shit, hamara farce. This whole divide and conquer that we are doing based on political parties will not work if people see these three women dancing together. I can bet the BJP hated that. If you saw it the right way. And then they want to twist it. They want you to hate her. They want you to hate all these women saying that, "Arey, dekho, nach rahe hai." No, it's a good thing. Show more. Show more of these people dancing together and chilling together because they're friends. They attend each other's parties. They drink at each other's houses. They have coffee together. They chill together in parliament all the time. Please show more of that. Yes, that's, sorry, just random rant. वीडियो नहीं दिखा सकता, कॉपीराइट लग जाएगा. बिकॉज म्यूजिक. बीजेपी का फॉल्स प्रोपेगेंडा टूट जाता है उससे. आई एग्री. दैट डांस किट हैपेंस बैक स्टेज एनीवे. कॉन्फ्लिक्ट इज अ शो पुट अप फॉर मासेस. यप, वही ना, बैक स्टेज दिखाओ ना थोड़ा सा. What about Epstein files? I don't know. I don't know if it released yet. Again, I haven't seen it yet. I mean, chat was telling me it is. वो देखेंगे बाद में. अभी नहीं बात करना है उस पे. Did you see Nitin Gadkari with TMC minister? No. When did this happen? Okay. How do you keep your children safe from pollution? I don't have any kids. Sorry, wrong person to ask this to. Sorry. Don't have children. Anyway, thought this should be one speech we'll see. Okay, so Vande Mataram. Yes, they spoke about Vande Mataram. Uske baad they spoke about electoral reforms. Now, I have done an extensive stream on that. You can go and watch this. But mainly, Rahul Gandhi asked 3 questions. One is, CCTV footage kab dega Gyanesh? Why you change rule? Why you no give me CCTV footage? Second, machine readable data kab dega Gyanesh? Why you no give? What is this? Yeah. And also, why did you change the rules of how election commissioners are appointed? Those are the 3 main questions that Rahul Gandhi asked. Right? And then he suggested some reforms, which is A, give CCTV footage. Yeah. No, and he also threatened Ganesh a little bit. He's like, oh, bhai, kya hai ye? Then Amit Shah gave a response, and the only thing I'm going to show you is Amit Shah doing this. Because why not?
चुनाव आयोग ने तो निर्णय कर दिया, मगर मैं भी साहब थोड़ा ज्यादा सोचता हूं। तो मैंने सोचा साला ये चुनाव आयोग कहता है कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, तो ये लोग आरोप क्यों लगाए? चुनाव आयोग
So साला बोला, अमित शाह ने साला बोला पार्लियामेंट में this winter session. Wonderful. Yeah, no. Basically, we had made another document. उस पे भी मैंने काफी बात किया है. You can go watch that. Like we did a review of this also. We did an entire document of what responses Amit Shah gave. उसका मैंने पहले बात कर लिया है. Then, yeah, this is actually interesting. I wanted you to see this one. अजय माकन का स्पीच था. या ये देखो. If we talk about level playing field, then after 2004, the BJP's bank account had 88 crore rupees, and our, meaning Congress parties, had 38 crore rupees. Note 2004. Okay. After 2009, 150 crore rupees came into BJP's bank account and 221 were deposited in Congress's account. 2014, BJP's bank account 295 crore rupees. But by 2019, this amount increased to 3,562 crore rupees. 5 years. Then 2024 came, and the money that BJP's bank account has is increased to 10,107 crore rupees. It didn't matter, and there before 2024 Lok Sabha elections, our accounts were frozen. You remember, Congress ka account was frozen. He wrote a letter to the election commission, but there was no hearing. कहाँ गया वो? Apparently, this is like, they have 10,107 crore rupees and Congress has some 113 crore rupees in its bank accounts right now. That's a ratio of what, 1:99? What is this ridiculous ratio? So yeah, so basically this is the major point of the debate. And I think this sums it up, that there is no level playing field anymore. ज्ञानेश सब खा चुका है. उसकी कृपा होगी तो जाएगा वोट, अगर नहीं जाएगा उसकी कृपा होगी तो वोट बैंक में रहेगा, इलेक्टोरल लिस्ट पे रहेगा, otherwise you're screwed. Yeah. And Amit Shah gave some garbage responses. He never answered any question basically. Then we have these two. One is the Shanti bill, nuclear sector reform bill. So just wanted to play Tharoor's speech here a little bit.
Thank you so much, sir.
Very good.
It's a quick speech, but
Dr. Shashi Tharoor. Dr. Shashi Tharoor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. We stand here today at a critical juncture in our nation's history. This Shanti bill is before this House, has the government speaking grandly of harnessing the immense energy released by splitting the atom. Yet it seems to have failed to expend even a fraction of that energy in drafting a bill that is coherent, rigorous, and not full of loopholes. This is full of loopholes. Where the late Pandit Nehruji had laid the foundations for our nuclear program, and Dr. Manmohan Singh ji carried the Indo-US nuclear deal of 2008 across the last mile and lifted India out of isolation into an era of strategic confidence in nuclear power, This bill now confronts us with a disappointing reversal, as a vision that once expanded horizons gives way to ambiguity, deepens uncertainty as to whether and where India's nuclear power framework is really headed. I have high regard for the honourable...
Do you want a Shashi Tharoor translator? Basically, till now what he has said is that the bill is full of loopholes and it is garbage.
Minister is here today, but there are serious errors and omissions that other speakers have already pointed out. We have mastered nuclear fusion and fission, but not apparently legislative precision. The Shanti Bill is a milestone, Mr. Minister, but for the wrong reasons. It is written with exceptions, heavy on discretion, and largely indifferent to public welfare. I am not sure, Mr. Chairman, whether it is a nuclear bill or an unclear bill. Now,
What? Nuclear bill or an unclear bill?
before I outline my concerns, I must candidly state that the bill in its current form contains such fundamental structural flaws, as colleagues have pointed out, that it requires comprehensive reworking rather than cosmetic amendments. Ideally, it should have been referred to a committee, a standing committee, or a joint parliamentary committee for further consideration. But if we are going to discuss it today, sir...
Okay, now what he has said is that please, why didn't you give us more time to examine this? Because it's a very important thing. It is about nuclear energy, which is very unstable. And once a disaster happens, bahut kuch hota hai. Bawal ho jata hai. Remember Fukushima? Second thing, it should have been sent to a committee. They didn't. As I said, that's why I gave you so much background chat today's stream, Parliament review. That's why I gave you so much. Now when I say, oh, they should have sent it to a committee, you understand what that means now, right? Which is like they should have given more time for this bill. They should have done more deliberation. They should have spoken to more stakeholders, but they didn't.
Let me enumerate my critical concerns. The very preamble of the bill, which I have here, characterizes nuclear energy as a, quote, clean and abundant source for electricity and hydrogen production. No quarrel there, and I'm not against nuclear energy myself. But this language is dangerously misleading because it completely neglects the serious, massive and irreversible risks from radioactive leaks, long-lived nuclear waste that remains hazardous for millennia, and, of course, the potential for catastrophic accidents. Moreover, India's usable uranium reserves are finite. While we do possess significant thorium-232, including in my own state of Kerala, and those are significant reserves, and we should work on them, nonetheless, thorium-based reactors remain decades away from significant deployment. The full life cycle of nuclear fuel, from mining to waste disposal, is neither clean nor sustainable. We must be honest with the people of India about what we are asking them to accept. Now, so Section 3(1)(c) and E provide that any other company or any person explicitly...
Okay, translator, Shashi Tharoor translator. That nuclear energy, what they did in this bill, they're promoting this as a clean energy alternative. Because a certain businesser is now interested in nuclear energy. Just saying, wait. वो भी दिखाई देता हूँ अभी रुक जाओ. Wait. The reason why all of this is happening, because of course, one of our businesser is interested in it now. I'm taking a break from Tharoor because this is important.
Now, government has brought the present bill to open up the civilian nuclear sector to private participation. Clause 3-1-C of the bill. There's speculation that government wants to bring in 49% to 100% foreign direct investment into the sector. What strikes me as very strange, Mr. Chairperson, sir, that a conglomerate which has built an empire on leased public assets announces its intent to enter the nuclear energy sector in late November 2025. And in December 2025, we have this bill. Is it a coincidence that the Adani group of companies announces its intent to participate in the civilian nuclear sector? And within a month, we have this bill in the House. Is it a coincidence? I'm merely raising a question. I'm not imputing any motives. I am not insinuating anything. I am merely...
1 second, please. Honorable Minister, sir.
Mr. Chair, I'm not yielding. I am not yielding. The Minister can reply when he has to... No, I am not yielding. No, I am not yielding. No, I am not yielding.
The Honourable Speaker asked me to be brief and not to touch upon the salient features of the bill. Otherwise, I was going ahead with that. Now, nowhere in the bill has there been any intention, obviously or inadvertently, reflecting that this is meant to benefit a certain house.
Of
now,
course
this
it is.
An allegation which puts the entire house into which puts the entire house into disrepute. We are practicing the highest norms of democracy.
Lol.
Nowhere in the bill. So this is totally an unfounded and a politically motivated charge which has no reflection on the body of the bill.
So yeah, you know why this is happening. So okay, continuing with Tharoor for a bit.
Permitted by the central government is eligible to apply for a license to set up and run nuclear facilities. This effectively amounts to a blanket opening up of the entire nuclear energy sector, from mining to waste management, and this will open it up to a wide range of private actors with indeterminable and indeterminate qualifications. More troubling still, the bill allows for a single composite license for multiple activities across the nuclear fuel cycle. This means one entity could control mining, fuel fabrication, reactor operation, and waste handling.
Yeah.
Such concentration of control in any single operator or corporate group.
So, in short, what this bill does is that it gives an entire supply chain to one person, one private party. It opens up the entire nuclear sector to private players to enter so that they can build their own nuclear plants, buy their own nuclear material, which usually is frowned upon. I think America is the only other country that allows private investment into nuclear power plant. I'm not sure. I think it is. Germany, no. No, Germany though has done the opposite. Germany has discontinued all nuclear power plants. I think America is the only one right now. And then we are the second. So we are going to let private players come in and build their own nuclear power plants, which is very dangerous because nuclear plants are dangerous. And we are also going to give them the entire supply chain.
Group heightens systemic risk exponentially rather than containing that risk. When profit becomes the primary motive across the entire chain, safety checks could be compromised at every stage. Such blanket opening up is potentially dangerous, and giving operational control of fissile and other highly radioactive substances to private entities driven by quarterly earnings reports and the bottom line of profit, I'm afraid significantly increases the possibility of nuclear incidents and accidents.
Also, sorry, do you guys know there are these weird reports that always keep coming about drug busts in a particular port, the Mundra port, which belongs to a certain businesser, allegedly. No, the port does belong to him. That's a fact. Allegedly, there are a lot of drug busts that keep happening. You don't realize that these kind of busts also affect national security, because illegal substances like drugs, which are coming into the country, also require a lot of money laundering to be done and hawala to be operated. And the fact that it is just coming in through this port and keeps getting busted, etc., which means that there is a giant illicit industry that is working in the background that is generating black money and buying all of these things to distribute in our country. That's an obvious thing to say. What is to say that the same thing doesn't happen to nuclear stuff? What is to say that doesn't happen to fissile material? That is the point that he was laboring to make, essentially. That it's potentially dangerous for national security, because you can make weapons out of the same thing. You're thinking of energy, but private players don't give a shit. Private players will just sell it. They will extract it because the entire supply chain is there, so they will extract it. बीच में किसी को दे देंगे. इधर उधर चला जाएगा कहीं तो भी, for other purposes.
The core of the liability reform caps total
cartel, yes,
nuclear incident liability at 300 million special drawing rights to the approximately today $460 million or 3,900 crores. Let this sink in, honourable members. This cap has not changed in 15 years, despite inflation, despite Fukushima, despite everything we've learned. For context, the Fukushima disaster cleanup costs have already exceeded $182 billion. Okay? That's several hundred times the cap proposed in this bill today in 2021. Chernobyl's total economic impact exceeded $700 billion. Yet we propose to cap liability at less than $500 million? This is grossly inadequate when measured against the potential long-term health, livelihood, and environmental costs of any serious accident.
Okay, that was the crux of the bill that I wanted to get at, and then I will end this speech. one of the things that this bill definitely does is that whoever is in the nuclear trade, it caps their liability. What that means is that all these disasters that we have seen, Fukushima and Chernobyl, they have caused long-term damage for billions of dollars. Like as he said, Chernobyl, $700 billion. That's a wild amount. So one of the problems that were expressed by certain parties who are interested in doing this is that the liability laws are not great, which means that if there is a nuclear disaster that happens, usually you would think that the person who runs the plant, the people who are negligent there, they should be the ones to be punished, and the company who is running that plant should compensate for the long-term damage that they are causing all of the people who are affected. Logically. In case of a nuclear disaster, what this law is saying is that they are capping that liability. So $500 million ka cap laga hai, which means that only liable for a certain amount. So private players who are entering this, building a nuclear plant, if a disaster happens, they don't have to pay all the amount. They have to pay only a capped amount. According to like a rule sheet that they have come up with, size of nuclear plant also matters. But the highest is some 3,000 crore. 3,000 crore is nothing when you look at nuclear disasters that we have already seen across the world, right? Which means that the government is socializing the losses and privatizing the profits. All the profits that they make from this energy and the nuclear plant, etc., are the company's profits. But if they cause any losses, like human life, say, leke, whatever disasters, whatever environment, that the government will have to bear. They won't have to bear. There is a liability clause that has been capped because they now want more private players to come in, which means majak masti hone wala hai. So yeah, that's a bill that was also passed. Yeah. Congrats! And then finally, we come to Ji Ram Ji, the last one. Now, I'm not going to talk a lot about this one because I've already covered it. You can watch it in the description. Ji Ram Ji, I think, was the worst thing that happened in this session, according to me, personally. Now, strategy-wise, you have to think about this. 15 दिन का session था. They did all of this in like 15 days. First week wasted. Second week Vande Mataram and electoral reforms जिसका कुछ answer नहीं मिला. Third week started with Shanti bill. There were other bills that were sent to like committees also. 2 bills particularly. One completely reforms the SEBI, by the way. Yes, the SEBI that you know. And then the third one is this one, the Ji Ram Ji bill. Funny thing, they never told the opposition that this was going to happen. They never told them that the Shanti bill is coming. They never told them that this whole Manrega Rehal bill is coming. They brought it in at the last moment. 3 दिन बचा था parliament का, तब लेके आए. So that they don't have time to look at it. They don't have time to look at the law. There was no stakeholder consulting. They didn't ask any state. They didn't ask their allies also. नीतीश को तो छोड़ ही दो. I can bet Chandrababu Naidu को भी नहीं पूछा इन लोगों ने. So they just brought the bill. They bulldozed it through. We saw how they bulldozed it through and then ended the session. Strategy-wise, BJP is been doing this for a while now, which means that for the entire session, they will keep shortening it, धीरे धीरे. Now 15 दिन हो गया. Next time you will see और कम हो गया. 12 दिन हो गया. फिर 9 दिन हो गया. They want to bring it down to 3 days. That's what their ideal parliament session is. 3 days so that they will just bring in bills. तुम जल्दी जल्दी पास करो और फिर हो गया. खत्म करो. Why do you want to discuss problems? Why do you want to bring up air pollution? Why do you want to bring up SIR? Why do you want to bring up anything that matters? Because all that matters is what the government wants. And the speaker allows this. And that is why, friends, our Lok Sabha is now a joke Sabha. Yes. Om Birla is the worst speaker in the universe. Thank you. एक और चीज दिखाता हूं मैं last, which is let me show you what our new speaker is like also. ये देखो. राज्यसभा में people complain कि why you bring the bill so quickly. This is the reason that our new vice chairman gave.
supplementary list of business has been issued for consideration and passing of the Viksit Bharat Guarantee for Roshgar and Ajivika Mission VP G-Ram G Bill 2025 as passed by the Lok Sabha. Honorable members may access the supplementary list of business in their respective multimedia devices and members portal. The copy of the bill as passed by the Lok Sabha has been circulated to the members portal. Amendments to the bill have already been received from some members. The members who have not submitted amendments but desire to do so may submit the same by 5:45
I translate, don't
PM,
worry.
so as to enable the Secretariat to process and circulate the list of amendments. Notices received after 5:45 PM will not be processed. After due consultation, I have allotted 8 hours for discussion on the Bill 2025. I hope this House agrees with the time allotted. Accordingly, the sitting of the House will continue beyond 6 PM.
Okay, here is what is happening. It is 5 o'clock yesterday. Lok Sabha had passed it in the morning. It was immediately sent to the Rajya Sabha. They were not given time to even file amendments. And he said, okay, we will take only amendments for 45 minutes, whatever, and then we will see what happens. Let's discuss. And we will continue discussing it till the thing is over, till the bill is passed. Which means that they wanted to run late in the night. Like 1 baje, 2 baje, bas karna hai. Last 3 days. Kyun? Why? Tell me. पहले वीक में ला सकते थे. They didn't. Second week में ला सकते थे. They didn't. Why last 3 days? Because they want to exhaust all the people that want to speak on it. They don't want them to be prepared. They don't want them to raise valid points. They don't want them to counter it. And that is why they do this. Now look at this.
So under rule,
What rule?
33(1).
What
Sir,
rule?
you have not called a...
On what rule, please?
33(1). Sir, under rule 33(1), it shall be the function of the committee to recommend, that is the Business Advisory Committee, the time that should be allotted for discussion of the stage or stages of such government bills and other business, as the chairman in consultation with the leader of the council may direct for being referred to the committee. Sir, there has been no BSc, and still, how can we take up the bill, sir? No time was allotted in the BSc.
He's complaining about the same thing that I was telling you.
There are list of government bills taken up in Rajya Sabha without allocating time by BSc. That was in 2008, the South Asian University Bill 2008, and the Information Technology Amendment Bill 2008 on 23rd December 2008, the AIMS Amendment Bill 2008 on 4th September 2012, the Sikh Gurudwaras Amendment Bill 2016 on 16 March 2016, the General Goods and Service Tax Amendment Bill 2023 and the Integrated Goods and Service Tax Amendment Bill 2023 discussed together on 11/8/2023. The Oil Fields Regulation and Development Amendment Bill
You know what he's
2024
doing?
on 27 now.
He's giving examples in the past of when the bills were brought in and bulldozed like this. So essentially what he's telling them, the member who said ki we didn't get enough time, you didn't raise this in the committee, you didn't allot time for this, how can you even bring this in? He's saying ki ye pehle ho chuka hai, इसीलिए कर रहे. It is against the rules. He pointed out it is against the rules, but हम पहले भी rules break कर चुके हैं वैसे, तो अभी भी break कर लेते please. That is his whole reasoning. Absolute freaking bullshit. And he came prepared. He's reading out. He came prepared for this. He knew that some member will object to this. तो उसके पास paper पड़ा हुआ था. It's like हाँ कर चुके हैं.
The Promotion and Regulation of Online Gaming Bill 2025 on 21st August 2025.
Look at this. And worst thing is, he's naming bills which his own government brought in like this as precedent. He's saying कि हाँ हमारे government ने पहले भी किया ये. भूल गए क्या? Let's do it again. And scrap Manrega in the process.
On this convention, this has been allocated. Please take your seat. No point of order. Please take your seat. Please take your seat. Sriman Haris Biran.
That's it. That's it. Yeah. Guys, so I must point out, look at this. our parliament is now, well, pointless. It has been for a while. This was the worst ever. I would say this session was, well, one of the worst ever. Winter session, you remember they had suspended like 150 MPs and all the things. That also happened. But I would say this also comes close. Bullshit. So the only way that we can stop this from happening is to first be aware about it. First, we need to understand what is going on, because there is a lot of legal jargon here. There is a lot of confusing things that happen in parliament which we don't understand. And honestly, the reason why I wanted to do this stream today is because rather than just complain about this, rather than just outrage about this, which I did quite a lot, I wanted to sort of educate you a little bit about how this is supposed to work. Because if you don't know how it is supposed to work, how will we even suggest solutions or even see that it is wrong? You will look at this, you will be confused, you will be like, "Arey, kuch to ho raha hai." No, but now you know this is not how it is supposed to function. Now you will complain. Please complain. Please talk to people about this. Please. I request you. I've been requesting this for a decade almost now. That please watch Parliament and please educate yourself about it. Wait, I have something. Isme, there is an entire unit. Wait. हाँ बता रहा है, रुक जाओ. I do everything I can, honestly. Like, I mean, I'm obsessed. I want you to be obsessed. Look at this. This is 141 page, say, making laws, making sense, understanding parliament. ये देखो. Cool illustration, no? The eyes have it, the eyes have it. This entire unit is about understanding parliament, how to follow it, finding out who your MP is, finding out about laws, committees, all the things, and you can write your own experiences. What did you learn? Like an activity book. Look at this. Did you कहाँ पे एक पढ़ना था? Oh yeah. This is also about accessing your MLAs and MPs. Did you find out who your MLA is? Did you find out who your local representative is? Did you call them? Did you voice call them? What happened? Did you see anything? Did you see any progress? And a lot of other things. See, question hour, 0 hour, motion, सब कुछ है इसमें. So yeah, if you want, get it. bunchofmerch.com description में. Otherwise, watch my streams. It's okay. That's free. Today's stream was free. I would like to request you, again, I would like to remind you that my stream is copyright free. I will not copyright strike you if you decide to record it, edit it, spread it, put it on WhatsApp, wherever else you want, send it to a friend. If you thought that any portion of this stream was valuable to you, all you need to do is screen record it, थोड़ा सा edit कर लो, यार मत करो, I don't know, and send it to people. It's free. It's literally free. So do it. I don't know. I try everything. I will continue to try everything. And all I can hope is that you guys also feel the same way. Please save our parliament. Please. Make parliament great again. Please. I don't know. Okay, I'm done. You get my frustration? Yeah. Yeah, I know. Circular parliament had a point, but the triangular parliament is pointless. Okay. New channel logo you like? Thank you. I pledge to share to all and get them politically depressed as I am. Are. Let's talk about political depression. Friend, the thing is, I get it. Like Intellectual Talks was asking, should I just tune out from the news? Let's talk about that a little bit. I've been thinking about this a lot, friends. And by the way, for those of you who were asking, we are starting a nerdy book club. This is the first book we'll be reading. It is related to that, Humankind, A Hopeful History. This will be for members only, by the way. Me, Vimo, and Medusa are all reading this book. Other members will be reading this book also, and we're going to discuss it in one of our members only lives. So, wo hai alag chalega. I'll keep talking about this once in a while also, what I'm reading, etc. But the main discussion will happen for members only once a month. So we will decide what book to read. Anyway, this book is actually interesting, where they said that a lot of people who chronically consume the news are extremely sad and depressed, which is what Intellectual Talks was pointing out. And I agree. Honestly, I agree with that, because what news tends to do is that it amplifies and focuses on only the bad, the anomaly, right? Which makes, and then they present it in a way that makes it look like the whole world is like that. And that is what news is supposed to do. It is supposed to basically look out for events that are sensational, that are out of the ordinary, and that becomes news. Normal cheezein nahi hongi news mein. Normal cheezein are not interesting. I know that. Everybody knows that. What we need to do, guys, over the next year, I'm going to try to do that, is we are going to look out for a lot of normal things. Parliament, if you saw, the way he talks is not extraordinary. It is so boring. This is where the most of the meat lies. This is what we need to talk about. We need to talk more about normal things, like which are not sensational, which we need to dig deep, build an understanding for, and then probably come up with a solution for it, or like see the world in that way. At least I'm going to try and do that. Does that make sense, chat? I feel like that is a very good cure for depression or sadness or whatever you are feeling. Hopelessness, not hopefulness, hopelessness. News has been rage baiting as a fundamental philosophy. Yes, and you should, I notice when you are being rage baited, no? Like, for example, if you look at my Manrega video, you will realize what they want you to talk about is the name change, which is Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme to G Ramji. That is rage baiting. BJP does a lot of rage baiting. Notice it and don't fall for it. Interesting concept, isn't it? Watch your emotions. When you read the news, there is, again, in Citizen Journal, there is this one thing, which is you have to identify a news item this week which affected you. How did it affect you emotionally? That is also something you have to write. So I think that is something that needs to be done, which is like be very mindful about what is going into your brain, and then notice how you feel about it. If you feel angry, if you feel baited, rage, probably that's not a good item to think about more than for like 5 seconds. Move beyond it. Look for something else, or look at the larger picture, or zoom out, whatever you can. Mindfulness is a scam. Oh my God, no. Yash, please, you know what I mean. Samdesh interview with Conrad Sangma. Okay. Oh, by the way, I highly recommend you watch Trevor Noah's podcast with Zoran Mamdani. Wahan pe he actually makes some very interesting points. Watch it. If you want hope, guys, you need to go find it. I feel like that is one hopeful conversation that I heard. Zoran Mamdani ka. Please watch. You should start a political party and solve India. No. Ashwin, no, I'm not going to start a political party. Political parties are the worst. Political parties are the bane of all evil, according to me right now. They are the vehicles that enable centralization of power. They are the vehicles that enable centralization of resources. They are the ones who are distributing tickets. They are the ones who are issuing whips. They are making our representatives practically powerless, like legally also. They are the ones destroying parliament, have been for a while. Congress, BJP, both. Just political party as a system is bad, according to me. Or it has become bad. It is like a cancer. Like, political parties are a cancer to our society. The fact that our friend, what is his name, Prashant Kishore, went ahead and made a political party makes me think he also doesn't understand what is going on. Political parties as a concept is cancer. And I'm mad about it. And I'm getting madder and madder. But yeah, we'll come up with a solution. Don't worry. Hai alternatives uske bhi. Imagine a parliament filled with Nirdaliya MPs. Oh, hello, Breton Maps. How are you doing? From reviews, the book feels like the Anthropocene reviewed by John Green, but more political. Yeah. I have read some of it. I think that's a very good book, actually, but similar. I would say this is more Sapiens-like. Not really. I would compare it with. Actually, your comparison was better. It's a nice book. I mean, I'm almost done with it now. Dude, chill, we don't want you behind bars. I'm saying that political parties as a concept is bad. I think it is bad. I haven't named any political party. I'm talking about all. All political parties. Oh my god, अब कौन जेल में डालेगा? सब लोग? सब लोग will start hating me. Everyone, every political party will start hating me. Wonderful. I love that. So are you telling me we need 543 independents, no political parties? We'll see. We can dream, friend. We can dream. Okay, friends. I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for watching. Let me just tell you the schedule for next week. Monday, I will be doing a members-only live stream. It will be probably a chill stream. There are a lot of links to check out also. Yes, members can now send me links and I react to things that they want me to react to and look at and think about, whatever. So, wo Monday ko karenge. Tomorrow, I'm doing a show, Hyderabad, and then after that, Chennai. I'll be back, and then Monday. And then I'm going on a leave. I'm taking off. I can't live in this city anymore. I have to get out. So we are going on a giant drive to the mountains. We'll see where we end up. It's just going to be just drive, just get away, find clean air. That is going to be our purpose for the next remaining till the 30th actually. Then maybe I'll do another a stream before that, or not. We'll see. Probably I will. Then I'll see you again. Yeah. So that's the idea. No videos. No videos for that break period also. I was supposed to make one, but I don't think I'll have the time. That's the thing. I'm also like traveling, so yeah, it's okay. No videos. Bro, do you want me to do like a members only stream from the mountains? Ooh. Maybe I'll do it from my phone. Ooh, maybe I will. Who knows? Become a member. Ooh, that'll be fun. We can just chill for a while in the mountains. And then anyway, we'll see. Okay, chalo. Bye-bye, friends. Bye-bye. I will see you when I see you. Okay, bye. Good night. Have a good weekend.